down every week, every Wednesday. So it becomes a rhythm, and then you can invite friends, you can come, show up, and bring your team members or not team members, or even use this as a team building tool. Invite agents who want to train, who want to be trained, who want to learn techniques, skills about production. So this is our production hour. However, today we have a special topic. Are we live already?
Yes.
Okay. So today we have a special topic because some of us went to eXpCON a couple weeks ago. It was a wonderful event, and I recommend to everyone. However, I know that our leaders, we have a lot of leaders who went. We want to remind ourselves and remind everyone that it's okay you didn't go. It's really okay because a lot of people have their own things, they have their family things or career or family. There are just so many reasons why you cannot be in a different city for like 4 or 5 days. It was a big and huge commitment. It's seriously, and I may not be able to go next year. I may not be able to go to Europe. And this year, literally, I wanted to go to Spain. I couldn't, and I still like trying to make that up. But we totally understand if you cannot go. That's why we're here. That's why we're taking the time today to pick a few of us who want to share, who can share what we have learned from eXpCON so that you can get the most out of it. Even though you're not there at the time, you can still learn from it. So I was planning to ask Paul to talk about his learnings and the first. However, he's not here yet. I guess he's busy because I think he's trying to teach some other people about his system. Maybe we'll start from, what about Tina? Are you ready? Okay, let's start with Tina. We actually have Tina, we have TC, we have Katie, Daniel, Paul, and myself. We're going to share what we learned from eXpCON. And then in the end, we'll have a Q&A. So Tina, let's welcome Tina.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tina Bryant. So happy to be here today. So just so that I know kind of where you guys are coming from, how many of you were at eXpCON? How many of you went? So about a half a dozen or so. How many of you, it was your first eXpCON? That's almost the same amount. Okay. So I don't know about you, but when I go to these big conferences, even though I've been in real estate for 20 years plus, I'm always getting nuggets. If you have, I feel like, an ear to hear, you're gonna have takeaways. And so probably my first takeaway from you guys is, I'm sure you have a ton of notes. I'm a definite note taker. And so one thing I strive to do is I go back over my notes and highlight your key takeaways. Don't worry about if it's your top 1 or top 10. I would just say, pull out your notes, number 1, highlight everything that impacted you. And then the next thing I do is, then of the things that really impacted me and stood out, what are my top 5 or 10 actionable items? And then I go, okay, of those 5 or 10, what's going to be the absolute number 1 thing? So in my absolute number 1 thing is, sometimes those are the things that are the easiest to implement, but also sometimes they need to be the thing that it's the absolute one thing that if we were to implement that one thing, it would be what changes everything on down, right? And so I'm going to share a couple of things that were my takeaways, but then I'm going to get you to my one thing. Okay. So just in hindsight, probably my one thing is just reminding us, just like that it's now or next. Like, we all come from different backgrounds on what you're bringing to your real estate table, the amount of experience you have or not have, the successes you've had or not have. And that's great. And that's fine. But that's what happened yesterday or last year. What I did 20 years ago, or even last year, or even last week, I need to build on that from today going forward. So I love that the topic was now and next. So what is your circumstance now? And what do you going to put into your business model next? whether it's your calling, like Paul is admonishing us to do. We need to be calling for leads, calling for clients, calling for deals, calling for agents, right? Because they're not going to just drop in our lap. So what's now and what's next? That's my first thing. And then the second thing was, until the pain of status quo is greater than the change, then change won't happen to change the status quo. I'm going to say that again. Okay. Until the pain of your status quo is greater than the change, then change won't happen to change the status quo. So how are things going? And you don't have to answer this. I'm just going to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you said, how has your business been in 2025? Is it a 5? Is it a 6? Is it a 12? You know, is it, oh my gosh, I got to get something going because it's not happening. So regardless if it's off the chart amazing or not quite doing so well, we have to change the status quo. So, you know, I asked that to say, what is it, your thing or your process or what you're doing to create the results that you're getting? And we all have things, myself included, that need to be changed because maybe we get into lazy habits or not time blocking like Dawn spoke about or whatever. So let's make the change to make the status quo. I really do think, like Paul alluded to, I think a lot of it does have to do with our mindset. If we have the mindset that we're going to overcome, we will. I was on the phone coming here with a young lady that she had a horrible life growing up. I won't even go into all the details, but by God's grace, we were able to have her come and live in our home for 1.5 years. Somehow we blessed her beyond measure, but honestly, she's the one who blessed us. And when you hear her story and all the things that she's overcome, it's because her mindset, like her mindset is, that's not going to get me down. That's hard, but I'm going to do it. I don't have experience, but I'm going to learn. I don't know those people, but I'm going to meet them. Like her mindset is whatever it takes. And then she has the skill set. You know, some of us don't come into this with the skill set, like we talked about upstairs if you were there. Like getting your license does not equip you to be a realtor. Okay. Having a baby doesn't equip you to be a parent, right? You have to learn the skills. And those come with time. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have my skill set of 20 years because you're in year 1. Don't compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 20. That's not fair to yourself. Okay. I had to start at chapter 1. Okay. So then the next thing I want to talk to you, which is the biggest thing, is AI. Did any of you guys go listen to Phil Stringer on AI? Did you go to any of the AI guys? Anybody? Do you know how many jobs that they're predicting that AI will take over in the next 5 years? Okay, give me a guess.
100,000. 100,000.
In 5 years.
Numbers or titles?
Numbers. How many jobs do you feel like will be overcome by AI?
Yeah.
92 million.
Adapt or be left behind.
Okay, so another day, I'll give you, Phil Stringer gave us some things, but if you go to Phil, PhilStringer.com/eXpCON 2025, if you didn't get it, I can give it to you after. He has some things that we can use regarding buyer predictions, et cetera, to implement some AI into your business. When the internet came, all of us wondered how that's going to impact our business. Because I started when there was a book at the brokerage and you had to go see the listings there. Internet changed how we did business. AI is going to change how you do business. If you guys are not using AI right now, then what are you going to do to start eating it one little snippet at a time? You don't have to be an expert, but we have to learn how to implement it into our business. And so that's my one thing, that if I implement that, it's going to impact every other thing, because if I don't use it, we will be left behind. AI is not going to take over our jobs, but the people using AI will. That's my takeaway.
All right.
Sorry for interrupting. We're gonna have like 5 different speakers, so in the end, I'll give you 2 minutes warning.
Okay.
So that you know you have 2 minutes.
She's going to pull me off.
Oh my plug, she's back there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can talk all day on all this stuff.
Well, actually, what Tina talked about at the very beginning is really what I want to talk about is the process of change and what you have to do to change. I love information. I love new information. I love all the new things we got, but it's not enough to say, well, now I'm going to start doing it because there was a reason you weren't doing it before. And that's just the behavior. We got to attack, and you can't attack the behavior. You got to figure out what's going on here as to why you weren't doing those things before. And so it's real imperative that we focus on changing who we are in order to take on stuff like the great things that we learned, like Tina said, because if you're not really working on you to change you, the information is not getting in. I talk about it all the time. It's like when someone speaks Spanish and you speak English, you think if you speak louder English, they might understand you, but it doesn't work that way. Who in here's tried that?
See,
Me and you're the only two? Okay. You tried it? Yeah, speak. Yeah. And you always throw in a little like that, thinking it's going to work. It's still English, right? But you say it louder, hoping it will get through. Yeah, a little accent, a little big right in there. But none of that works because, it's the same with us. If we don't for example, and if you want to create a great habit, like you learned AI, like I want to start doing AI, understand you have a bad habit that's stopping you from doing that before. And you have to eliminate that, right? And how do you do that? All through your thoughts. Everything is thought driven. Everything going on in your head right now comes from thoughts. Right now, we have 2.5 hours of negative thought a day that just hits us. 2.5 hours of negative thought a day. And what are you doing to combat that? I'm going to help you, right? First, you want to write it down. Then you want to think about it. And then you want to declare it. And that declaring part is the part where I get real sticky when someone says, I'm too heavy, they can't take a compliment well, or whatever it may be. Like I was with Teresa earlier. Don't say that about yourself. It's not funny. It ain't cute. And it's not going to help you. Okay. You're hurting yourself. And we got to stop that. There's enough hurting us. There's so much hurting us, right? One of the greatest self-defeating behaviors that we all have is the thief in our mind. Quit worrying about the thief in the alley. That's what we're all focused on, the thief in the alley, but it's the thief in our mind that's stealing from us. And when it steals from us, we can't get all this great information that we got from eXpCON. It's worthless. It means nothing, right? So how do you do that? Well, you got to write it down. Write down who you are. Write down, what you're going to accomplish. Write down what your calling is. Write down your purpose. Write down your assets, right? And then I need you to think about that. Like really think about that. That's why I'm not a big believer in audio. I love audiobooks, but they're in addition to reading, right? Why? Because when you're listening to an audiobook, what can you do?
your mind drifts.
You can think about something else. Yeah. Once your mind drifts, that's where Satan gets you. Okay. So if you drift, you're done. But if you're reading it, you can't drift, right? So write it down, then think about it and really think about it, and then declare it out loud. I am meant to build a community. I am meant to do great things. I'm meant to lead people. I'm meant to give people hope, right? I need y'all to start speaking that a lot. Why? Because how many hours a day do we have? 2.5 hours of negativity hitting us. So I learned some great phone scripts. Those phone scripts ain't going to do me any good if I'm not combating the negativity that's hitting me, right? The fear that everyone's got fear, especially because we were just talking about this upstairs, Tina, about, fear of growing. If I grow and I can't give myself to everybody, this fear, let go of the fear. What amazes me is that we all, most of us, 99% of us, have children with no training manual, and we got no fear about it. We just have them. We're like, yeah, cool, we're gonna have kids, right? That's like the most important job in the world, and we're all haphazardly doing it. And then I say, hey, you should build a team for your future. Well, I'm scared to do that. You had a freaking kid. You brought life into this world, right? And 99% of us didn't plan that out. I understand you might have said, we're trying to have a kid. I got it. But did you have college paid for? Did you study all the books before you had the kid? Did you learn everything about having children before you had the kid? No, you had a kid. Am I right? And then I say, hey, you should grow a business. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's time out. I got to learn more, right? And then we have this weird, the fear doesn't exist, right? And I say all this because we learned some incredible things at eXpCON, did we not? Mm-hmm. I mean, just amazing, uplifting, great stories, beautiful stories, stuff that touched our hearts. And we want to make a change, but we can't make a change if we don't change what? Ourselves, mindset. If we don't change ourselves, all that great information we gathered is just stuck. It can't even get in. It's trying to get in, but it won't. So you got to say to yourself, you know what? I'm meant for this. Like, who watched someone speak from stage and you said, that needs to be me? Who in here says that? That needs to be me. Tina, me, Tina, Teresa, the only people not lying. Come on. Y'all had to have thought to your mind a little bit like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to teach people. I want to help people. I want to give people hope. And anybody? Just the last three?
On the main stage or just in general?
Anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some of the international ambassadors on the main stage, no. Not for me.
But on the international stage?
Yeah, the ones that were the ambassadors.
Ambassadors? So you saw them speaking. You know what? That's my deal right there. I need to be up doing this. I need to give people hope. I need to help people. Right? Is that what you were thinking?
More or less.
Yeah. You too? What were you thinking?
Oh, I was thinking, some of the ladies, they do so well.
Yeah.
And, their speech is really inspiring.
Yeah.
For people. They're just normal people, but they made it.
Yeah.
For me, they made it.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Okay, good. Because I don't want everybody just be inspired. That doesn't do no good. I need you to be a little frustrated. Like you just said, they're just people. They ain't nothing special about them. They just didn't give up on themselves. They just believed in themselves.
We all put our pants on and I'll make it time.
We all do.
No matter what your title is, where you came from, where you're at, we all put our pants on and we'll make it time.
And every one of us going to die. None of us getting out of here alive. Not a one of us getting out of here alive. Everybody getting all worked up and angry about this, angry about that. Anyway, we all going to die. Relax, right? But you need to be a little frustrated that they were on the stage and not you. Give them the respect. They've done something you haven't done. They earn that respect. However, you're meant for greatness. Thank you. You're meant for greatness. You're meant to do great things. So I need y'all to be a little frustrated. Like you don't have to tell me. Did any of y'all cry? Like, you know what? I should be further along. Anybody cry? I cried. I'll tell you when I cried. Brandon's gonna. Can you hear me? Brandon and I were hanging out in the Miami airport before we left. And this young man right here is just asking me questions about life and all these things. Business, life, this, that, and the other. And I got on the plane and I just cried. I've been second guessing myself, Katie, because I haven't really done real estate. I did insurance. Bull crap. It's all the same. I ain't fighting that stuff no more. It's still leading a team. It's still leading people. This young man is looking up to me and saying, hey, what about this? What about that? And he's the same age as my children. Y'all with me? God put me here for a reason, right? God put me here to do something great. Real estate's just the vehicle. I'm here to help people get sober. I'm here to help people get rid of addictions. Addiction to quitting, addiction to pornography, addiction to smoking, addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs, anything. I'm here to help with that. And thank God we have a vehicle that Daniel's created that I can do that in. So does anybody cry? You're like, man, I'm better than this. Am I the only one that's going to admit it? Yeah.
I'm here with you.
Yeah, thank you. Because you're meant for greatness. You have a bigger calling on your life than paying the damn bills. Like he said, like I said, we're all going to die. He said we got what'd you say? One pan?
We all put our pants on and we'll make it time. Regardless of who you are and where you're from, we're all the same.
All the same. We're all doing the same. Y'all with me? So anyhow, I hope you're a little frustrated is my point, and that you're going to start to make a change. And how do you make a change? Write it down. Write down who you are. Write down who you are. Write down who God built. Teresa. Teresa built something great when he built Teresa. He built something amazing when he built you. He built a world changer. He built someone that's supposed to inspire people and help people and love people. You with me? Write that down. Then I need you to sit in quiet and think about it. And just think about it. Thinking is the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal, and it's also the most negative tool you have in your arsenal. Think great things. Read to yourself. Think about what you wrote down. And then lastly, I need you to declare it. I need everyone getting better in this group of people of declaring who you are when we start talking to each other. If I introduce you to my new friend, Bobby, I need you to tell them who you are. I need you to declare who you are. It needs to be spoken out loud, because when you say it out loud, things will come to you. I promise they will. I love you guys. Go get yours. I'm getting mine.
Paul. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Who all hung out with us at eXpCON Miami. Right, we had a great time. And Christy, thanks so much. She made a trip to come. She was determined to come, whether she has a ticket or not. And she already made a connection for 2 future referrals, right? Yeah. So really, we all had a great time. It was amazing. I mean, really, the community, the culture. This was my 3rd eXpCON. I just celebrated 2-year anniversary at eXp. I joined day 2 of eXpCON. I was very inspired. I mean, all the great training. I mean, what I love most is our company, the culture, and we brought all the top producer up on stage and talk. They don't get paid to talk. They don't get the free flight to come there to talk. I mean, sharing all the knowledge. I mean, I was very, very inspired and was pumped. And then, a second hand is I brought my friend last year, came to eXpCON, came home, changed the way he do business. His business grew from it. I mean, really, I very, very religiously now love to go to conferences. I mean, not to go and not implement. Like Tina said, you learn a lot. You learn like tons of things from the conference. But if you can come home and implement 1 or 2 things you learn, I can guarantee your business can grow. So really, eXpCON, the theme was the movement is now and next. So what you do now will determine next. So if you want to work out, you say you want to have muscle, you don't go to the gym, you're not going to have any muscle mass. You want to have leads, you want to attract a lot of clients. If you just be a potato couch, you're not going to find and attract leads. So just like the training we attended last week, I forgot what's her name, Tina? The one that does I'm sorry, Dawn.
Oh, Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn cold calls every day. Whether she cold calls or she call her sphere of influence, her friends, neighbors, just check up on them. Consistent. The key to a lot of the speaker mentioned consistent. You have to be consistent. You know, growing a tree and you want to eat the fruit, you gotta put the seed down, water the seed. When the tree sprout, you still continue to water, and even when it bears fruit, you still continue to water for the fruit to fruition and ripe to eat. One of the session I've attended, which I have already implemented, who in here wants to have more leads? Who wants to have more close, more deals? Who does rentals? Anyone in this room does rentals? So that's about 3 or 4 of us out of 5, so 6. So about 25% of us do rentals. In my career, I do a lot of rentals, and I believe because of that, my business grew because I work with a lot of investors and a lot of agents I hear. I hate rentals. You know, I hate dealing with tenants. Yeah, there's also tenants that maybe not serious, because it happens to me. I showed up and no show. They don't answer and they get embarrassed that they forgot that they have an appointment with me. But recently I helped a family. They're relocating to Texas. I have a listing up in Flower Mound. Well, the session's all about rentals, and you don't have to have rentals. And as a new agent or seasoned agent, if you want to grow your business, you can focus on doing some rental and farm those market close to you. You don't have to farm far away, whether rental or the reason I say rental is everybody needs a home one day. They'll buy one day, right? Let's say Tina lives in Frisco. She's going to try to farm her neighborhood. She doesn't have to have rentals. She can call some of the agents that have listings and say, hey, can I help you promote your rental on social media? Or even listings that they're selling, right? Can I help you promote your listing on social media? Every agent will say, yes, of course. You know, please, unless, you know, the home's owned by a celebrity or something. What you do is, what I've learned is, first of all, I mean, myself, I've heavily used Facebook, social media. And the tip was to be verified as a trusted users, because there's a lot of scammers. So you promote yourself, promote the listing. So like myself, if I have a rental listing or even my for sale listing, I don't have to utilize MOS only. I can go to social media, of course, like most agents do, but most agents don't promote the listing on the marketplace. A lot of people go to marketplace to look, especially the renters, or Zillow, right? Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. But having it verify, you can use your personal account, but if you have a business page, verify the business page. Business page allow you to boost the listing. You know how when you sell an item on Facebook and there's thousands of other items just listed after you posted an hour ago, and then you have to pay to boost to get on top. So with a business page, you can boost. So a prime example is I have a listing and I post on social media and as well as Facebook Marketplace. I boosted. If someone contacted me, moving to Texas to Arlington for a job, they want to rent for now and they want to sign a 6-month lease. Well, it's hard to find a 6-month lease. Fortunately, I have a client that want to sell, and right now the market, as everyone knows, is slow. Well, my advice to them, hey, if you wanna, there's an option if you want to lease, sell it in the summer or when the market's better. And like it's hard to find a renter that rent for 6 months. Well, either you rent it out for 6 months, wait until the summer, close to summer to sell, or you sign a 18 to 20 months lease because you want to time it to put it on the market in the summer. Because a lot of time we watch for all kinds of interest. And as if you're just like, hey, I'm gonna help you lease it, I'm gonna put it for lease now, and it's gonna expire next November. And guess what? That's gonna be a bad market, just the season of the year and the holiday. So as strategic to say, well, if we get lucky, we'll find a 6 months or 8 months renters. Else, let's prep this future renter to sign in 18 months, right? So this happens to be a really good A+ buyer that he's not ready to buy yet. He's looking to move to kind of see the area where he wants to move later. Renting one of my listing. I haven't listed because I promoted myself. So the key is if you want to grow your business, like for example, Christy's new in business and Chris said, I don't know where to find listing. I don't know how to promote myself. I'm doing a lot of video on social media and I don't get any traction, which great job, by the way, because even Ken yesterday, he commented, has Christy been in real estate for a long time? I said, no, she's brand new. But she's like, wow, I see her on social media. And that's the purpose. And I get that nowadays too. Like people come, I go to parties and say, hey, you're the real estate guy. I see you on social media. Yes. And like, oh, you pay Facebook or some algorithm every time I go on, I see you do all this deal and close and you promote yourself. No, I do it on purpose. And one of my mentors mentioned one day, if one day somebody comes to say, I'm tired of you seeing everything you see on social media, you're successful. And one of my friends, which she followed me, she said, there's sometime I have to turn you off, mute you, because I'm so embarrassed that I'm not doing enough. And I'm happy that I inspire someone, And so the key of, well, there's a lot of session, but one that really resonate to me, and I think it can help you too, whether you want to farm your market. And of course, if you live in Frisco, you don't want to volunteer to promote a listing in Fort Worth, because that's a long drive for you. If you're Frisco, maybe Plano, McKinney, and reach out to agents. Can I promote your listing? Because I get those sometimes. I said, wow, really nice. Yeah, of course. Can I promote your listing on social media? They say yes. Well, you'll post, and then you can, if you do on your own page, you can source them at the very bottom. Nobody really click to read more and see, and they think it's yours. But on Facebook Marketplace, you can promote that listing, and the renters. Of course, we like, oh, renters 25%, $500. That's enough to pay my gas. But if you keep them in your database and you follow up with them through the year, because they're gonna buy, and you don't wait until the lease ends. You wait until 6 months, but don't wait. Follow up every few months, add them to your database, and eventually they will buy. So that particular tenant, which we just signed a lease last night, he's going to buy in 6 months. So of course, regardless he's going to buy 6 months or in a year or two, he's in my database. I'm going to continue to follow up with him, and not just him, because he may have other co-workers that's moving into Texas for that same job that his company is moving. So rentals, if you want to, because rentals like sometimes easy, like you just show 1 or 2 property, but you get that person. Of course, if like your market is like 500 or $1 million, well, yeah, guess what? You have somebody rent a $5,000 a month. they don't want to pay that kind of rent every month. They're going to buy in a year, especially those, you know, executive management level. So that's how one of the breakout session I attended was, I feel anyone that applies that can really grow their business, whether you want to promote on your own page or put on, it's free to put on social media on Facebook Marketplace. But if you want to boost it to get more tractions, which it does, it works. Pay $10 and you get 10,000 people view it, and you know, maybe they're not renting, but they may call you, say, hey, I have a house that I want to sell, right? So, but please try to attend all the training, especially the big conferences, or at least like our local rally and stuff. Christy connected with other agent that potentially send her referral down the road, and obviously just go and learn and motivate yourself, because nobody's paying. We're self-employed, we're unemployed until we get paid. So you got to go out there and show the work. I just want to wish everyone a productive week, and let's finish this year strong. Almost 2 months left. Yes, Brandon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I don't boost video. Yeah, I don't boost my social media video. Just post on Reel. Yeah, just no. I boost the Facebook Marketplace posts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much that cost you?
Varies couple dollar. If a couple dollar can give you like a day or two, or the number of audience. So the more you pay, the more it boosts. Like on Facebook, if you do a Facebook ad, the more you pay, the more audience it.
You guys can also do that through your CRM. You can boost the
Mhm,
property,
yep.
and the price determines how long you want it to run. And so,
Yeah.
They give you an estimate how many views. Let's say if you pay $3, you get an estimate of 500 views. You pay $10, you get an estimate
Mhm.
of 900 views. So when I first started, I went from 100 friends. I mean, because I went through divorce. I divorced everybody. You know? So I keep only 100 people, and then
Amen to that.
now I have like over 600 people. You know.
Well, we're glad you didn't divorce us. So thank you.
This is the actual divorce, so y'all keep it for now.
Oh, okay.
We're the rebound. That's
Yeah.
so to piggyback on what you're saying, is you guys can go into the MLS and look at rentals. And
Mhm.
don't pick a rent. Don't pick something that leases for $1,200.
Yeah.
Okay, pick something that leases for $3,000 or higher, or $4,000 or higher, in an area that's near you, and then you can see when that lease closed last year, and so you can backtrack it. So if it closed in January, then you know, oh my gosh, right now I should probably reach out to those tenants. So you can mail them something and say, do you want to rent versus own? If they want to rent somewhere
Yeah.
else again, or if they want to buy, you're the one reaching out, and not hardly anyone is marketing to those lease tenants.
That's very wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to help them, but you just pull from the
And
MOS.
when I do that, just me, I charge 50%, and not every listing agent or landlord is going to pay 50% of the first month's rent. But if that's the case, then my tenant, pays the difference. So you charge what you want to charge. I'm just saying for me.
Right.
And so if you have a lease of $5,000, that's $2,500.
Yeah.
It's not the same as a commission on 500,000, but it's something for your time. And then, like you said, eventually they're going to buy, and you're the one who helped them when they start.
And I got a huge referral for a rental.
Yeah.
For a renter, so you can obtain extra job for helping.
Mhm.
So
Josh, you have a question, Josh?
If you're like me and you prefer like face to face, I would do door knocking. Again, I know that's not everybody,
Mhm.
but like that style could work too. Like just exactly to your point, if you know when they're about to, just say, hey, I don't know how you started off the top of my head, but more or less like introduce yourself and just be like, I'm in the local area. So anytime I can help you potentially put an offer on this house or one nearby, I'd love for you to reach out to me and get the information.
It wouldn't hurt.
You in?
Yeah.
What's up?
Who brought you in?
Who brought me in?
Yeah.
Kevin Jackson.
God, we know it.
Kevin, good job, Kevin. I have one last note.
Not everybody on social media. You need the one that's like, hey.
Like with traditional business cards, I think those for specifically older clients.
Yes.
Older clients typically want something in their hand.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I have one last note. There was aha moment. We mastermind at John Tsai's Airbnb party slash mastermind. One of his partner gave us a really aha moment spiel for me, and there's a breakout session that I also attended. Probate. You know, human us, we all gonna die one day. So a lot of seller or homeowner there, once they pass away, if you can be the expert probate, you can sell a lot of homes. That I mean, he has a training program, a coaching program, but John Tsai has a call, a webinar on the 13th, November 13th. We don't know the time yet, but that's the date as determined. One of his partners going to be training us on probate, how to attract more seller on listing, adding additional listing to your production, leveraging probates. You know, you can buy leads from probate, U.S. probate, something, but you can go to your local court to see how you can access those lists. But there's training on November 13th. If you're interested, just ping We Partners Network. We'll get you the link, the information once John provides with the Zoom link.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Oh, okay. So we actually have lots to share. So I'm gonna cut it through really quickly. And Tina, you get to revenge and give me the 2 fingers. Everybody gets 10. So anyway, I wanted to tell you that going to conferences is so helpful. You can hear already all these people sharing their stories, and every session, I mean, especially eXpCON. I've been to a couple of other conferences, but eXpCON is literally power through every day. You have to power through every day. All the sessions, they have all the tracks. You can get your certification. There's a buyer market. How do you do a buyer representation? How do you do seller house? How do you do seller's representation? What are the things you can do to market your listings? Literally the scripts, the website, the tools. What do you do? To every single nitty gritty detail, they will teach you. That's the thing about EXP. If you're still not EXP yet, you should be within EXP, because we teach everything, we share everything, every little thing. And you can ask for anything, like what TC just shared, how he does with rentals, how he goes to Facebook marketplace. This is what we share. We are an open book, and that's why we go to conferences. We learn from all the successful people. I know that Paul always says, Teresa, you're good. And I always say, oh, no, I'm not that good. He said, don't say that. I guess that's just my kind of an Asian Chinese culture just comes out, because we always have to say, no, we're not that good. We're like trained, brainwashed when we're growing up. But you're all the best. We are all the best. We try our best. That's why I feel like we're so good. We're at a great place. So you go to these conferences and learn from them, all the topics. So today I'm going to pick one topic to talk to you. Oh, by the way, I want to talk a little bit about AI. AI will replace 92 million jobs. Guess what's the one thing that AI will not replace?
Customer service.
Related?
Trade skill.
Huh?
Trade skill.
Okay. AI will never be able to replace leadership. Become a leader. If you become a leader, AI will never replace you. So thank you so much. I applaud your effort to be here, because you're here today. You will be a leader tomorrow. So make sure that you become a leader. AI will never replace you. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to my things. There's so many things I want to talk about. I have only 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna power through this. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about just one thing, my takeaways, and I'm gonna go through my strategies, and the one thing I want to share, one class that I went to that I want to share with you. So this is, I don't know, can I share the video, Daniel? Does this have sound? I don't know if I have sound here. Okay. Okay, but that's okay. We don't have to. It's a very short video. So this is Veronica. Does anyone know who Veronica is? Yes. Okay, great. Yes. Sorry, it's very short.
At the peak, a little over 2,000 plus people, and it's changed my life. But most importantly, I get to do business with people that I absolutely like. And so when we go to these, when we have events, I get to know, like, do I even want to be in business with them? Which is a really cool way to run a business. So I'm gonna use, okay, so what if you could do this? What if you could create experience that people would want to join? Do we have a clicker or am I doing the finger thing?
That was just a joke.
What I want you
Anyway,
to do
so
is
that's
imagine
it.
what you could do to create experiences with people.
Oops, sorry. Just a short thing I captured that because she is literally my right now my icon. I just love her. She's down to the earth and she'll talk to you. I had a couple of pictures taken with her and I went to her session to talk about how she builds her organization. So this is she's sharing what if you could, what if you can do this, right? So in the end, how do I go to the next? There. Okay. My takeaways, there's so many things we learn. There are so many things you do. My takeaway, one thing that's so important, come on in. The one thing so important is consistency. It's consistency. So this is not something new. This is actually like an old-time story. This is old-time story. How do you be consistent? Consistency is the key. So but there are other things you have to do around it. Consistency is a thing, but it's not a thing because you have to do other things and then be consistent with it, right? However, this is what I think that I need to do in the next 12 months, maybe 2 years or 3 years. It takes time. If it takes Jesus 3 years to teach his disciples, it probably will take me more than that to learn this. So consistency is my takeaway. Thank you so much for coming, my friends. Okay. Why doesn't it go down? Sorry. Daniel. I don't know why it doesn't go to the next page. I said page down. There you go. Thank you. So this whole class is talking about how do you create magical moment and attract. I know this is not exactly about production. However, what they're talking about is not only attracting agents through like a team building, but also appeal to agents to produce. These are the things that we all have to learn. So they actually list out all these events they do. They do destination, they do culture, they do podcasts, private dinners, health fitness. That this, for people who love to do fitness, right? You can have a yoga class. I think one of our team members actually got a yoga class or something. And then why not have a club? Attract clients. These are all the events that you can host to attract clients and you can attract team members. Whatever you do, whatever that fits you. That's the thing I want to bring up earlier with Paul's session is that he's great at cold calling. Okay, and I'm going to stop saying that I'm not good at it, but I'm going to say that I may be better or I may enjoy doing more of an event. Maybe I want to, have a barbecue like Daniel does, right? Maybe I have something else that I'm really interested. I really enjoy doing. Pick your thing. Pick your thing and be consistent about it. And also, it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing is going to happen overnight. So be patient with yourself and be patient with whoever you're dealing with, your client, your team member, your leaders, your family. Be patient with yourself and with your team, with your whatever you're doing, right? Your career and your next steps, your next endeavors. So there are a lot of things regarding what you do. When you do it, you have to be all in. You have to be purposeful. You have to be caring. And that is going to be a few things that you have to watch out for. And feel the energy and authenticity. I'm actually quoting Veronica, and I learned from her, and I feel like there is a common thing there that I wanted to not only learn from her but become like her. This is what successful people have done and have proven it's a good track. So she actually has shared some testimonies of her relationship with certain team members and certain leaders that they have brought up to become, that bring up bigger teams. And those are the things that actually doesn't happen just, by calling once or twice, it actually creates, you have to be together. So this is also another thing that AI will never replace, is your relationship, is your emotion, that all the emotional moments that you create with your team members, with your clients, and that emotional connection that AI will never replace. And that will last forever. That will last longer than a number, than a statistical report, and then a transaction. And that everlasting moment and relationship, and that feeling that they get from you, from their experience, will be the bonding forever. So they have created a lot of events, and through the events they create impacts. Through the emotions, they create relationships. And one of the things that I feel like we had done before with Shelly, our team, I think you saw it earlier, our team is called the Tong Parsons and Terrell Realty Group, that we created before we joined EXP, is that we always have a recurring award ceremony. Not only ceremony, but also like a dinner thing. We actually every 6 months we do a picnic, and then in the end of the year we do a ceremony. We actually give awards to people, top producers. We kind of award them. I know sometimes you feel like, oh, cliche, maybe we don't need to do that. Then now we have revenue share, we don't need that plaque, we don't need the certificate. That's probably true, we don't need it. However, through the awards events, we give people a kind of a recognition. People need recognition. As a human being, we want to naturally, instinctively, we want to be recognized. Oh my gosh, I have done so much. And that's the thing that I've been talking to Daniel, like, I can never get an icon. He's like, why do you need an icon? You don't need the icon. You have all the productions. You need an icon. I said, I want to be the icon. So that's recognition. That is in your nature. It's in your blood, in your bones. You want to be recognized. And we can do this. So this is one thing that I took away for myself, that our team will probably do, that through for our production. Maybe you don't have to be, you're not an icon, maybe you cannot be an icon, maybe you are an icon, that's okay. But within our team, we want to do our own recognition, so that people know that, okay, I have done. Oh, okay, 2 minutes, I got this thing from 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have all of these. Oh, yeah, that's okay. So there's some problem solutions. I don't have to go through all of these. You have seen this. Okay, my 3 system, 30 seconds. Courageous, caring, consistent. So if you want to talk about this, we can pick another time. And networking is precious. Your network is your net worth. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, you can go. Yeah. Oh, you can use this one. Oh, you have another one.
That's your mic. That's you. Oh. This is for the audience.
Okay.
You usually mark that maybe?
No, I have my phone. No, I have my phone. Where do I stand? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So most of you guys, I don't know if you guys know, I'm Katie Savani with the commercial real estate side for eXp Commercial. Man, you guys killed the stage. Y'all took every bits and pieces of gems and diamonds to provide to our team and leadership and partnership here, and it's amazing. I've been to conventions, but this was my first eXpCON. I finally made it, and I can say it's life-changing. I mean, we just got poured into left to right from the day that we landed. We just were poured into left to right from leaders, partners, meeting other leaders out of the country. We've been talking to these leaders through, Instagram, social media, emails, over the phone, and just to have that one-on-one conversation with them. Everyone I came across, I always asked, what is your number one pro tip? Or what was your number one key takeaway each time you come to this conference? And it's just mind-blowing. I was part of that mastermind almost every night. I mean, we got sleep, but it wasn't that much sleep because the next morning we had to be up and running, up and running. And hands down to eXpCON because it was the first convention for the commercial side as well. So all of you guys are, I'm not sure, residential, commercial, but we learned so much in there just within that small amount of time. And today I'm going to be talking about pretty much, his name's Bob Kanako. He's from New York City. He is one of the powerful brokerage out there in New York City. He's his transaction volume is about 22 billion. He closed about 2,300 properties. He's investment sales as well. And it's just, he just spit some game at us to where I thought we were doing okay. Like, no, like there's next levels to levels to levels that has to be unlocked here. And I just can't express how much, but I'm just going to go through a little training that he gave us, which is probably going to be worth $1 million here because this is exactly what he did. I got to meet him face to face, got to shake his hand, and he is just a human, just like us. What set him apart was his priorities, and he said he just sunk it in, wrote it down, and ran with it. Nothing got in his way of getting to his goals. The number one thing that he talked about was there's 3 characteristics to make you unstoppable in commercial real estate. And that was number 1, I always say this, be an expert in your market, right? Know what the leases or the comps are going around in your area. Know what's for sale, the price per square foot for commercial real estate. I know it's a little bit different, kind of like you guys are using homes, right? We're using buildings. And, you know, just run comps. Just make sure, I mean, if you have some free time, to educate yourself on what's going on around in the market. And the more you know, the more valuable you become. Let's say you're at a networking event and you're around nothing but heavy hitters and they're asking, hey, what's the market in this area? At least you can be confident and say, this is how much the price per square foot is going for. Or, you know, this is what's for sale or a new development. If that's your expertise, how much is it a price per square foot to build the building, right? So of course we have to do our due diligence, run around and, you know, network. Like Teresa said, we're constantly networking in different buckets to be able to keep our feet running on the grounds. And basically he indicated that, you know, clients feel that when you're confident and knowledgeable, they can feel it. They can tell when you're face to face if you know your stuff or not. So just make sure you're continuing to learn and keeping up with the market because at times, I mean, there could be a shift. You could find a location. I'm not going to lie. There could be a location for $55 per square foot. And then down the street, it's like $20 per square foot. But you have to know why, what's going on there, right? And number 2, basically have passion. Love what you do because you've got to love the business because it's not always easy. If commercial was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Just like residential, everybody would be doing it. But hey, that's why we're partners and we partner up. And if we get a referral or, you know, we're like, hey, I'm not an expert at this, we know who the experts are. As long as we can build that bridge and connection, we're golden here, right? On another end, he indicated that, you know, the market shifts and the deals fall apart and clients, they may ghost you, you know, but you can't let that get to you. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep going, keep the momentum going. The partners that we have with eXp is just phenomenal because you could be saying, oh, I'm going to give up today, but then you're on a Zoom call and you're like, oh no, I'm back up and running. Like the momentum here is so powerful. Passion also keeps you going when your pipeline feels dry. It's what separates the part-timers from the power players. So always keep that in mind and try to, you know, embed that in your head. Remind yourself every morning, look in the mirror and just tell yourself that you are a powerful player out here. There also you use discipline as well. Remember that discipline, of course, everybody has touched on discipline, right? Discipline means choosing between what you want now and what you want most. So ask yourself, What do you want most out of this career? I mean, you trying to build a legacy? You trying to build your pipeline? What is it? What is your your discipline here as well? Most agents want quick wins. Disciplined agents build long-term wealth. Commercial real estate, we are building long-term wealth, not for just ourselves, but for our kids and our kids' kids. Continue on and trickle down. At eXpCON, they kept talking about building a legacy, building a legacy. It trickles down onto many generations. And this is the model that we have, that we're on right now. Nobody has it out there. And at the end of the day, we're all there running at the same pace, but also there's others running a little bit faster. You're running at the same pace, and then you see people running stronger, 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 and we're all going to get there together. That's why we're partners, right? In addition, block your time, protect your focus, and execute daily. Time block, time block. I tell my mentees, I tell my teams, my partners, time block. Like, if you're not time blocking your day, you're not going to make it in this industry, because you're just going to, figure out something else to do, or that person didn't answer the phone call. I'm just going to give up today because this deal fell through. No, you keep going, keep on going. And then on another note, he indicated prospecting is one of the most important characteristics, because it's the heartbeat of your business, right? In commercial, it's simple. If you're not prospecting, you're not producing, right? Bob Kanako, he basically made 100 calls every week to investors, building owners. And this is how he is where he is. He never stopped that. He built a team. Basically, his leadership skills, he trained his team, and that's exactly what they did. And right now, he has a team full of partners that are, climbing up next to him. And it's because he's sharing what worked for him. He time block about 15 to 20 hours a week just for prospecting. And that prospecting includes networking, going to events, hosting events, making the connection. I mean, just figuring out everywhere we go, we're prospecting. I can't preach enough that when you go to the gas station to pump gas, majority of the time, the gas station owner owns that property, right? I don't know about you guys, but I always run into them, and I end up picking them up as a prospect. If it doesn't work for now, it may work for a couple years down the road, but at least you made that connection. In addition, on here, sorry, I just lost my spot. Let's see. And then just remember, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. He indicated it's not who you know. We all think it is about who we know that's going to get us there where we need to be. Either we need to, close more deals, or, find clients, this and that, or whatnot. It's not. It's really who knows you. And last night I went to a private exclusive networking event for commercial, and it was, in the Highland Park area. So when I went there, one takeaway there, I mean, what they were saying, when I was looking in the room, and one of the guys there, they're like, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Because when you walk into that room and everybody is greeting, saying hi, who's going to come and try to make connect with you? That person that has not met you, right? So like I said, networking is very, very super important in our industry. Number 3, build your property portfolio. So your prospecting is like your Bible, basically, right? This is your foundation. You plan it, you build it, and you execute. You keep a running list of every property owner, investor, and development in your farming area. Whichever area you want to target first, you want to do Plano, Richardson, grab that area and target. Go down the street. I mean, we have CoStar. We have access to all property owners' information. And you could sit there and just call each one. They can just hang up on you, but hey, you tried. Call again. I'm going to tell you, I called the owner maybe about 20 times. Like, he's hung up on me so many times. And one day he was just like, hey, like he knew me. And he was just like, how can I help you? And I was just like, oh, I was just checking in on you, see how your property is doing. I see the for lease sign has been up for several months. He's like, yeah, I guess the current broker he was working with, he let go. So he put his phone number on there, and now he's doing it himself and realized it's a lot of work. So boom, got a listing because I didn't give up. Right? Let's go. Yes, yes. And update it weekly, basically on your prospecting portfolio. It's not just a list, it's your income tracker. Think about it. That is your income tracker of what you are going to be able to close for that quarter, for that month or week. I don't know what your goals are, but wherever you're at, you'll be able to track that. The more organized you are, the faster you will close. And I guarantee you that is true. And last but not least, this really hit me hard because I'm almost 10 years into the business now. And I've been giving back a lot, giving back as far as teaching commercial real estate, because a lot of individuals don't know where to start, or they can't start where they're at because they don't have no support, right? Because the broker probably doesn't have support. So one thing he said was always remember to give back. That's the secret to growth in our industry. Teach what you specialize in. Share what's working for you. When you teach, you will attract more opportunities and the good partners, because not all partners are good partners. The most successful people in commercial real estate are also the most generous with their knowledge. So I hope you guys can take all of those gems and run with it and meet me on the commercial side.
Great. I think last but not least, maybe Daniel. All right.
I got everything. All right. Pretty good on time, I think. Recap eXpCON. This is my fifth one, like for national, but a lot of other conferences for EXP. What makes this one different and better? I think it's the people. Like every year, different people show up, different partners come, and with the co-sponsorship, it was different. I didn't get to connect with a lot of people that I wanted to connect because it got so big. I like the intimacy of the eXpCON International, 200 people, 300 people versus 5,000 people. However, everyone went to different breakaways. You guys took something back. Ernesto, thank you for letting your husband come crash with us. And Christy, Catherine, I flew out Sunday. I think you text me Saturday night. I think I'm coming. And then she just came. So, getting yourself there was great. We're not trying to make you feel like, oh, I missed out. We want to share like, hey, the importance of going into these things. You heard from all the leaders speaking. We're all leaders here. But my recap is really the people. I mean, you look at this picture, you got Glenn Sanford, our founder there. You see your top left photo. We got Josh there with eXp Korea. Josh just joined us. His co-sponsor is Thomas Kim in Korea. And we're going to be building through Josh, Korea. At the same time as we get to also build Thomas in the US because of the partnership. This collaboration is key. And through Kevin. Kevin made the introduction, right? So, and then June came. You're looking at that photo, and Teresa, excitement, And then you look at that second photo on the left. You got Brittany Stewart, Nicole, Nicole's mom, and then the other ladies I have just met first time, right? Leaders within the company. Like these are our friends. These are our family, right? You're a part of something, but it's not like just take away. You need to get to know people, right? Tina drives all the way from Denton. TC drives all the way from Mansfield, right? Jing from South Lake, right? Thanks for coming. I mean, and everyone's just coming here together, right? So the middle left picture, kind of, we had our Panda Pack group. So locally, we don't really say too much Panda Pack. We really focus on the We Partners Network. That's the organization we're part of. But for some reason within EXP, Panda Pack stuck, and everyone in EXP internally, they know us as the Panda Pack. And we were passing out fortune cookies, and we labeled it, let's co-fortune together, right? And we passed that out, and we ran out of fortune cookies. I saw people with different fortune cookies. Glenn Sanford had a fortune cookie, and it's like, hey, this is great. Huh? No, Ernesto's the one who gave Glenn the cookie. Yeah. So it's probably going to be a recurring thing we have to do now. So I gotta find a wholesaler wherever city is next. If it's Salt Lake City, I gotta find a wholesaler to make sure we have more. Everyone bring their own fortune cookies to pass out. It's a way to connect with others. We have to learn to connect with more people, not just with our own group, right? We have to connect with our other partners in this company. Yes, Irma.
Even Bob made connections. He went with me and he was mostly doing networking at the expo area, and right now he's closing some deals really soon.
Yeah.
With the mineral rights.
Yeah. So Glenn Sanford said, just get there. LobbyCon, whatever it is, just get yourself there. You're going to meet people. Christy, I didn't see her most of the time because she was networking, talking to business owners all over, right? So going back to eXpCON, the recap is the people. We've been in this platform for 5 years. I had a deep conversation with my wife last night. She's like, you're like, this is year number 5. I said, 2026, I have to double down. I have to do more. And I said, we gotta, invest more. I mean, all the rev share this past 5 years has always going back to We Partners, right? And she's an accountant. She's always looking at numbers, my expenses, and I don't track my expenses, and I need to. Like, as a leader, as a business owner, we have to track, but we can get help for that, right? So I told her I need help. I said, all these coffee events, ribeye events, barbecue. Yes, we have sponsors, things like that. I don't know what's negative and positive. I just go, right? Because growth is chaos. But I know we're gonna be there. We have to continue to push each other. So 2026, I'm excited for. I'm excited for Paris. I'm excited for Vancouver. I'm excited for South Africa if I can get there, right? So these are, and it's not just for fun, right? It's making those connections. If you can't get there, it's okay, because one of us is going to be there to make those connections because next time you say, hey, Daniel, who do you have in Cape Town? Oh, perfect. I met somebody, right? I'm doing a lot of the legwork. You need to leverage me, right? And a lot of people do. A lot of people call me like, hey, do you have someone here? Well, I don't, but I know someone who does, and I just make those connections. It's a referral business, right? Every time I make a connection, there's a referral going on. Whether I make it or the other person makes it or whatever, it's something going on. And the more people you have in your network, the better it is. So you have to grow in all directions. So yes, eXpCON commercial ComCon, that's what they called it, was our first one. It was packed. I think corporate was even surprised how packed it was. Everyone was really engaged. The value, the connections, and we had Brandon speaking up on the one of the panels, and great work. You can see how fired he was, how fired up he was. And just to see leaders step up, I mean, it's really amazing. And our upline partners, Tom and Marissa, I barely got to see them this time. We used to hang out all the time, but the thing is, it's duplication. As our group, our we movement, if you want to call it that way, continues to grow, and we are a movement. You're part of this movement, right? And we're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to branch off too. Even though it's gonna happen, but it's okay. But the main thing is, you guys know where our foundation is, where our mission and vision is, and you continue and growing and growing. And Paul would say, we all have a beginning and we have an end. That's inevitable. We're gonna face that. And as our movement gets bigger, We're going to have people getting older, and we're going to have those times. We're going to be there for their children. We're going to be there for their families. That's what this whole movement is about. It's not just real estate. It's not just like, it's like he would say, insurance, real estate, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It really is. It's a community that we get to build together. So I want to just end with, getting to these events is really important, but at the same time is, supporting your families, supporting the group, bringing to the table is more important. So we all have our duty and role here. I mentioned earlier upstairs that Christina sat down with me for 2 hours, going over some stuff to organize a little bit better. If you want to help out, let me know. We're gonna, I talked about last year about the kind of like our Panda Pack Inner Circle growth leaders. I need to find those people who are gonna plug in that I can text daily. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. But I'm looking for those people that I can text daily. It's a positive group to keep us going, to grow faster, because we need to double down. We're about 300 people. We need to be at 600. We need to be at 1,200, and we need to be at 10,000, because that is our mission and that's our vision, and we can do it. You saw, I don't know if you saw my post about Jay Kinder. Jay Kinder, 8 years, 8,000 people. He's just a normal guy. He's just like you and me. Get to learn, talk to him, talk to the other leaders. What are they doing? They're all willing to help. Okay, Honey Badgers, Wolfpack, it doesn't matter what group. Talk to them. They're in this company with you. They want to grow with you, right? Regardless of co-sponsorship or not. Just pick up the phone. Hey Jay, hey Tina, hey Veronica, what are you doing? I'm talking to a guy right now at 4:00. Mario, I met in San Antonio. Yeah, great guy. He has a lot of energy. These are the people you want to, I need to learn from too, right? Because there are going to be down days where I'm like, what am I doing? But then I talk to a guy like that, boom. You got to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, not bring you down. Because if you're surrounding yourself with people who are always negative, all of this, it's not going to help. Got to surround yourself with people who are going to help grow with you. So that's all I have to share. I can talk all day, you know that. So, but that's really, I appreciate everyone here.
Thank you so much.
No.
Thank you. I cannot imagine without Daniel. I can't even get my slides to go without Daniel.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the midnight masterminds that we had too. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Thank you so much. But again, thank you so much for being here, and we're done for the training today. However, I want to introduce you to my partner Shelly Wong, and she actually does a lot of work behind the scenes to arrange all the topics to teach every Wednesday. So next Wednesday is
Next Wednesday, we got a Republic title come to train. I think they are sending another lawyer here.
Okay.
The topic is the catch-up escape. How do you, for the buyers, how to escape the
exits, exit strategies from your contract.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you so much.
Yep.
And
then we have stuff going on tomorrow. If you want to be around commercial people, there's going to be 1,000 people at the Dallas meetup. It's the commercial cohort. I forgot what community something down in Dallas. I should have texted everyone yesterday. If you didn't, don't unsubscribe my spam text message. But if you didn't get it, let me know. I'll post that. And of course, we have Friendsgiving. It's going to be November 14th on a Friday. So bring your families if you want to. It's a potluck. BYOB. We might have karaoke if you want to do that. Help out because those events are stressors. I'm stressed out this week because Saturday I promised my friend that's got engaged to cook for his engagement here. So this is going to be like a engagement party area. So I got a plan for that. I don't know what I got myself into.
You reminded me. Actually, we talked about that. I was gonna decorate the office. So if you want to be a part of this decoration thing,
you do it on Sunday.
Next week. No, we'll do it next week. With Sunday reserved for your family. So Saturday he has an event. After Saturday,
you guys can do whatever you want.
Next week I'm gonna pick a day. We'll come here to do Christmas decoration. So you want to participate? Let me know. Text me and we'll get together. We'll decorate. We'll have fun.
Mixture of whatever you want to do. So after Saturday you can do whatever you want. But just wish me luck on that. And just pray for me. Pray for me as we continue to grow, we continue to have more chaos and growth, and but we're all here for each other. Just know that this is your community. You are a business partner. You're not a number. So a lot of people, as you grow, it's like, oh, we're just numbers. You're not. I mean, and if I don't know you that well, please come to me. Like, let's get to know each other. Let's get to break bread. Let's have coffee. Let's know each other. So, but that's it.
And the other party is the Christmas party.
That's right. December 11th. So
Put that on your calendar.
Tina knows all the dates. So she's that partner. Like, yes, ma'am.
I remember that somebody shared a document in the group, in the Facebook group, with the other recap and highlight for the eXpCON, and I thought that I don't allow it. You don't know who shared that in the group now?
Oh, the
For the
recap.
recap.
Yes.
The
So
recap.
so Amanda, I think Whitespread. Is it not clickable?
Yes, but I thought that I downloaded.
Oh, you haven't
and
downloaded?
I
Okay.
downloaded.
Yeah. So there was a Dropbox link that I found. Amanda posted it. I'll find that and just remind me.
Do you think that-
Do we know? Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you think that you can resend it?
Yes.
Okay.
Just text
I
me.
can.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can
find it.
So Glenn's new app to take the place of Slack. Have we heard when that's going to be?
So Glenn is always in beta mode. They didn't tell me if Slack is going away or they're just doing this as a community or we're gonna have two things. I do not know. The reasoning. This is just my opinion. As a corporation, you need to have something that's secure and able to communicate with your peers, and Slack works as a communicator. It's not a community aspect like a Facebook. So he created this hub for all of us to have that community aspect. So whether we have both, I don't know. Whether he has a contract with Slack for a year, I don't know. Because you can imagine you sign a contract, you have to use it for at least a year. So who knows? I haven't played with the new community because I'm letting them figure it all out because it's a brand new thing. So anything that EXP rolls out, I let everyone play with it first and tell me which one they like.
Let them be the guinea pig.
Let them be the guinea pigs because we're always in beta mode, and that's the thing. It's like, don't get overwhelmed with all the stuff. If you get stuck anywhere, we are here. Ask somebody. It's like, hey, I'm kind of stuck. Like, I don't know how to use Slack. And if everyone says I don't know how to use Slack, guess what? That's the next training, right? But you guys need to let us know, what it is. There might be another group that loves Slack. They can show us all, But anyways, that's it. So, all right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow for the commercial event. It's a free event. It's good networking. Invite people as well.
You going
Yes.
to have the dinner today with the?
So Keith Andrews is flying in from Alabama. He's another commercial guy. We're just gonna have a casual dinner somewhere downtown Dallas. I think he's near Love Field. So if anyone is around and has time, wants to come meet, let us know. So thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.